What is up, guys? Today I have another Shinobi Striker video, and today I want to be talking about Season 5 DLC. This hasn't been confirmed, but I don't think it's completely out of discussion. I do think it's possible to have, since we've had content released just this year with the end of Season 4 with Kawaki, and I think Season 4 actually began in 2021, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do have a Season 5 for Shinobi Striker release, or at least get announced this year. And I kind of want to take this video and talk about what they can add and what they can bring to the game. Now, obviously, the biggest thing they can bring to the game are the new characters. I think, for one, Kiba would be a very interesting character to be in the game. I don't think he's really that popular, but I think he'd actually bring a lot of things to the game. I think he would be an attack type, but I could see him fitting into a ranged character. I don't think he'd be a healer. That would make absolutely no sense. And then defense, I don't think it would make much sense. I think it makes sense, the most sense, if he was attack, but I could see him being a ranged character. Another character I would like to see is Shino. I think he would bring a really unique character playstyle into the game. I could see him being as range, and I think that would be the funnest thing to do with Shino. But I think he could also be a defense character. But again, I think a ranged character for Shino would be the funnest. Another character that I'd really like to see in the game is Sorcery. I've talked about him on the channel plenty of times. I think he would be the one of the most unique characters that they can still bring to the game with his puppets and stuff. I think the archetype for him that would make the most sense is range. I could see him as a defense character, but I think range makes the most sense here. I've talked about him plenty of times on the channel. I think he'd be a really unique character to bring into the game. The next character would be Shikadai. Since Shikamaru was a healer, we didn't really get like the true potential out of Shadow Possession Jutsu, and I think adding Shikadai, which is a Boruto character, is something the game has lacked. I think Shikadai could actually bring out the full potential that we could see with the Shadow Possession Jutsu. I think he would work best as a range character, and I think we'd see a lot of interesting and fun combos out of Shikadai. I think that would be a really good addition to the game, and also get some Boruto rep in there. The game doesn't really have that much Boruto stuff in the game, and I think Shikadai would be a perfect opportunity to add that. The last two characters that I want to go over are also from Boruto, but since I haven't watched Boruto in years, I can't really say too much about them. I just know that they are big names in the Boruto series, so I think they would be good choices to add to the game, and that is Momoshiki. I don't know if they can add him since he's a god and they didn't add Kaguya, so I don't really know if Momoshiki would actually be like a realistic option. And another character is Delta. I literally don't know anything about her because, like I said before, I haven't watched Boruto or read Boruto. Actually, I haven't read Boruto at all, but I haven't seen anything Boruto in like years, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you anything about her. I just know that she's a popular villain in the series, so I think she would be a good choice to get some more Boruto rep in the game. Another thing that they could add in the game that has nothing to do with characters, it could just be something that they add throughout the Season 5 update, would be more maps, because out of the 5 maps that we have right now, 2 of them are really bad, especially the Sand Village. I hate that map, and I'm pretty sure like 99% of the other players hate that map too. And then the other one, I don't really like the Cloud Village. It's not as bad, but it's not a fun map to play at because of how much things you have to jump through and just how easy it is to fall off or get a cheap kill. It could work in your favor or against you either way. It's not as fun as like the Hidden Leaf Village. I know the Forest of Death has like you can fall to your death too, but it doesn't really happen as much, or at least for me it doesn't happen as much. The Sand Village is the worst though, and I think adding more maps or just taking out the Sand Village would be a good idea. Maybe remake the Sand Village so it's not just so annoying to play at. Another thing they probably should add is game modes, because the game is 4 years old and it still has 4 game modes. Um, One thing that I would say to add, and it's not really a new game mode, but combat battle with no scrolls, because the scrolls kind of heavily affect whether or not you're gonna win or not. It's not always gonna determine who wins, but like some team could make a major comeback just because they get an ultimate scroll. So I think having the choice of, or at least having a mode of combat battle with no scrolls would be a good idea. And then another game mode, I've talked about it before, 1v1s. I don't really think it's that good of an idea because the game isn't like focused on 1v1 gameplay, but at least an idea to consider, maybe play around with it. Now, obviously, there's a ton of stuff that they could add to the game because I think the game has a lot of potential to improve, and I can say that with it being 4 years old, I still think it has plenty of room to develop and be even better than what it is right now. But these are probably my top things that I would say I'd want to be put into the game that's actually realistic. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. What characters would you guys like to see in a Season 5 DLC? Would you guys like to see any more game modes added to the game? Would you guys like to see any more maps? Hope you guys have a great day. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It'll help out a ton. Subscribe if you guys want to see more Shinobi Striker content, and I'll see you guys in my next video.